Hello everybody and welcome to the Peel Football and Netball League. Today we have Rockingham versus Pinjarra in the first semi-final here at Anniversary Park. Well, finals time here in the Peel Football Netball League as Rockingham take on Pinjarra the first semi-final. The loser goes home while the winner advances to the preliminary final to face the loser of semi-final 2 between South Mandurah and Centrals. Rockingham comes off a strong 14-4 home and away season and has already beaten Pinjarra twice this year, including a 66-point win in round 6 and a 26-point win in round 13. But finals footy is a different challenge. Pinjarra, who finished 10-8 for the year, finishing in 4th spot, also handed South Mandurah their only loss of the season, proving they can produce upsets. On paper, Rockingham looks the strongest side, but anything can happen in finals, and both teams know the stakes couldn't be higher. Hello everybody, my name is Peter Georginas. I'll be bringing you the commentary today for this clash between Rockingham and the Pinjarra football clubs. Semi-final time here at Anniversary Park. Should be an interesting one. We saw Rockingham a 14-4, second on the ladder. Pinjarra 10-8, a 4th on the ladder. But ladder positions don't really matter now. All that matters is that you win to go to the next round for the finals. Just want to thank our sponsors, Alcoa, for the stream. Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right Rockingham, Ray Watt Mandurah on Colts Football, Community Bank Horsehead, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. Well, we're just under 2 minutes about to get underway here at Anniversary Park. As the players get to their positions. Hello everybody and welcome to the Peel Football and Netball League. We have the first semi-final here today, anniversary part between Rockingham and Pinjarra. Well, it's finals footy time here as Rockingham takes on Pinjarra in the first semi-final. The loser goes home while the winner advances to the preliminary final to face the loser of semi-final 2 between South Pinjarra and Centrals. Rockingham comes off a strong 14-4 season and has already beaten Pinjarra twice this year, including a 66-point win in round 6 and a 26-point win in round 13. But finals footy is a different challenge. Pinjarra, who finished 10-8 this season, also handed South Pinjarra their only loss of the season, proving that they can produce upsets. On paper, Rockingham looks like the strongest side, but anything can happen in the finals, and both teams know the stakes couldn't be higher. Hello everybody and welcome to Anniversary Park. My name is Peter Georginas. Apologies for the technical difficulties we had earlier. My name is Peter Georginas. I'll be your solo commentator for today's game. Well, a lot on the line today for these two clubs. The season all comes down to this. The winner will play in the prelim final. The loser will be eliminated from the 2025 season. We saw South Pinjarra finish top of the ladder, 17-1 with Pinjarra, handing them their only loss of the year. Rockingham in second, 3 games behind South Pinjarra. Pinjarra ending in 4th spot in the season, or Centrals in 3rd. So last week, Rockingham lost by 7 points to Centrals. Meanwhile, the Tigers, Pinjarra, got off a 76-point win over Hall's Head. So now they face off in this first semi-final. Pinjarra wearing the stripes, the hoops I should say. Just want to thank our sponsors, the stream sponsor Alcoa, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right Rockingham, Ray White Mandurah on Colts Football, Community Bank Hall's Head, Filming Footy, Archies, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. Well, as we look at both sides warming up here, the weather here down here at Anniversary Park, it's on and off rain with strong winds, right to left winds here, so it's going to be an interesting one to see how the players adapt to the conditions today. The last time these two met was in round 13, where Rockingham did get the win by 26 points. Rockingham have beaten Pinjarra on both occasions this year, so we'll get into the coin toss now. And it is won by Rockingham by the skipper, Max Layton. And they will kick to the right of screen. You can see the rain coming down already here at Anniversary Park. It is bucketing down here. And that won't stop the boys today. Expect a hard-fought contest between these two sides. Yes, it's Rockingham with the advantage on paper, but like we said previously, anything can happen in the finals. Remember, Pinjarra knocked off South Pinjarra for their only loss of the season, so Pinjarra definitely has what it takes in them to progress to this preliminary final. Rockingham would want revenge for last week's loss against Centrals in the qualifying final. Last week, Rockingham lost to Centrals by 7 points, while Pinjarra won by 76 points over Hall's Head in the elimination final. We're about to get underway here at Anniversary Park. Now the sun's out, so it's going to be interesting to see how the weather conditions play out. And the ruck's going to be Riley White for Rockingham and Michael Hansen for Pinjarra. We're just about set here at Anniversary Park for the first semi-final of the Peel Football Netball League. Siren sounds, umpire holds the ball aloft, and we're ready here at Anniversary Park. Straight away, tap one down by Riley White. It's been a whistle already. Free kick going the way of Rockingham. I think it's going to White. So straight away, Rockingham will kick inside 50. Trying to find a mark, they can't. Both teams wearing black shorts out there. Might be a little bit of an issue, but shouldn't be too hard to differentiate the two teams. While Pinjarra wearing the bright yellow. Good kick to the middle of the ground. Finds Cameron Gavin. Gavin can go coast to coast here. Pinjarra. It's in the 50 and he's taken a beautiful mark. Just try and spot who that is. That might be Rowan Kerr, number 4. If it's not him, apologise, but we'll go with Rowan Kerr for now. For the first goal of the match, Pinjarra with the first opportunity. Sun's out now. If it was raining before, but he's missed it to the right-hand side. So just the first score of the game going to Pinjarra. As we'll retrieve the football from the hill. George Tregear now boots the ball out towards the wing. Rockingham still with numbers around the football. Handball comes from Jake Tregear. Tregear, go down the line. Good by Aaron Ophorst to get rid of his opponent. And then he's dispossessed with the football. And I think it's going to be over the boundary line for a throw-in. Thrown in now. Picked up by David Yakov, the skipper, for the Tigers, but straight away it's going to be a ball up. Tap one by Michael Hansen. Rockingham trying to force their way inside 50, but Pinjarra won't let them do that too easily. Gavin with a handball over top to a teammate. Then they try and find Kieran May, but just ran out of room with the boundary line there, so it's out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. We saw Rockingham go inside 50 straight away from a free kick from the centre, but then Pinjarra moved it from coast to coast, but kicking it behind only. We'll see if they can boot it out now. It's going to be a holding free. Good call by the umpire. Did see that one there on Ty Salter. He'll get the ball now. Ty Salter for the Tigers. Goes inside 50, deep inside 50, near the goals, but he has missed that one to the left-hand side. It's going to be 2 behinds early for Pinjarra, as George Tregear will receive the football again from that heel. He wants to go short this time. Good option to find Jake Tregear. 3 Tregears for the Rockingham Rams today. They might all be related. Could be brothers, could be cousins, you never know. Kick towards the wing, could be cut off though, as the ball was bouncing around to the opposition. We'll have a stoppage here. A little bit hard to see with the interchange box covering a little bit of the boundary line there, so apologies for that. Just pushed him out the way there, Riley White. And you can feel the tension already in this game a little bit. You see David Yakov trying to get on his opponent's nerves a little bit. Just volleyball punched away by Michael Hansen. It was just a big slap away, wasn't it? Trying to get it forward, sock it off the ground, but it's coming straight back. Jake Tregear now. But here come the Tigers. It falls into Michael Hansen's hands. Kicks it inside 50. Dropped by Max Tregear. Tregear does well though under the pressure. He's got 2 defenders on him, but he finds his teammate George Tregear. And they can come away with the football now, Rockingham. And just slow things down a little bit. The umpire says to move it on now. Goes across goals. Always risky if it doesn't work. And it could be. Really good effort by Ty Salter to try and prevent Rockingham from clearing it. He did really well. Now they're under pressure. Picked up by Cameron Gavin. Snap around the body, unfortunately. It won't make him pay. But however, George Tregear has dropped the ball, but he's got time to recover from his error and find the teammate. And they're all dropping it here. Remember, it did rain at the start of this game. Good tackle. Tigers still looking for their first goal. They've had 2 opportunities to score. They've missed both of them, one to the left, one to the right. A lot of players scrambling for that football now. Everyone's getting involved. Keep in mind that it did rain pretty heavily while the players were in their final conversations in the huddles. But then it's sort of dried up now. We don't know. The rain's on and off at the moment. It's definitely chilly out here at Anniversary Park. Ball will be thrown in on the outer side. Pretty even contest between the two sides. Pinjarra just on top a little bit, getting it inside 50. The defender's a bit fumbling in the back lines because that's pretty normal when it has been slippery. Takes that one cleanly though, Max Tregear, and passes it off to a teammate. And they've gone to that same spot again. This time, can they try and get out? They can't. It'll be a boundary throw in. I was going to say try and clear it down that wing to get it to the other 50, but couldn't quite. Played just over 5 minutes here. No one's yet to kick a goal. Pinjarra have had their opportunities early, and they might get another one here. Handball comes from Matthew B. They can try and go inside 50 here, Pinjarra. A lot of players from Rockingham sitting on top of the football. They're really competitive, both these sides, as you know, throughout the home and away season. And you can see the pressure today of finals football. Remember, the winner will go through to the prelim. The loser is eliminated. The pressure is immense from both sides at the moment. It's hard to get the ball out. There's a lot of stoppages. You'll see a lot of suckering today, trying to get it off the ground because it's a very slippery ball. That's come off the foot accidentally. It'll be a boundary throw in. See, he was under pressure there. Thrown in by the boundary umpire. Tried to collect it there in the right, Michael Hansen, but couldn't. Now they soccer it away inside 50. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Little handball away. Finds Kieran May. May goes backwards to go forwards here, but it's a big contest. Someone's fallen over. Another player falls over. It's pretty slippery out there. Good Shepherd laid, and now Tregear can move the ball out of full back, but straight to the opposition in Pinjarra. And I think this is Matt Dean with the football now. Sorry, apologies. Robert Beswick with the ball. Beswick, an opportunity to kick the first of this first semi-final. And he's missed it to... No, he's got it. He's got it straight through the middle. Robert Beswick with the first goal of the afternoon for Pinjarra, and of the game I should say. Fast start by the Tigers. Ball up. Now they tap it down the ground here, Pinjarra. They want to go again. They've had a fast start to this match. They want revenge for the home and away season where it matters the most, Pinjarra. In the finals after Rockingham have beaten them on 2 occasions. Butler clears the ball away to a teammate, and that is Campbell Millar. Millar inside the 50 for Rockingham. This time they'll have an opportunity to shoot for goal. Down the other end of the ground where not much action's been happening, it's Aaron Ophurst. And Ophurst with the ball now. See if he can get the goal. Didn't kick it too well actually. The run up looked a bit curvy. But Rockingham still yet to score. You can hear the wind picking up here. Handball comes away by Sean Norman. Up around the body, goes to the top of the goal square. Couldn't quite hold on to it. And now Stephen Martin will be tackled. It'll be the ball up. Right in the goal square. Look at all the defenders for the Tigers. Riley Vidovic, the vice captain, just slams it outside the 50, but it's going to come back straight through Joshua Smart. Smart, just a low one to a teammate. Didn't quite get the right connection on the football, but found Jake Willis anyway. So, regardless, they'll be happy with that, Rockingham. The scoreboard, ignore the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. It should say Pinjarra 8, Rockingham 0. We'll get that fixed shortly. Jake Willis for Rockingham's first goal of the afternoon. And he's got it. So Jake Willis for the first goal for Rockingham. Second goal of the match. Goal kickers Jake Willis for Rockingham. And Robert Beswick for Pinjarra. Just want to thank our sponsors, our stream sponsor, Alcoa, RTR Bakeries, Tyre Right Rockingham, Ray White Manjuro on Colts Football, Community Bank Horse Head, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI, and Dartfish. You can see the rain coming down, even though the sun's out. I'll try to look for a rainbow soon, perhaps. Just socket out of there by Michael Hansen, the ruckman for the Tigers. All spilling around a bit. And umpire calls a ball up after Lee tackles Josh Smart. Umpire is asking the ruckman to nominate themselves, and we'll have the two we've had all day. Not sure if anyone won that tap. Could have been kicking in danger there from Michael Hansen, but wasn't paid. And he tried to fend him off and didn't get away with it. And once you do that, it's automatic holding the ball. So Pinjarra will get the free kick. Just seeing who's the recipient of it. And it's going to be Dempsey Fruin. He's inside 50, tried to find a teammate. Just cut off from him. Wrap 360 and holding the ball. Probably the correct call from the umpire on Clay Philpott. So Rockingham will get the football now. Kick it down the wing. Mark taken by Andrew Butler. Butler goes in short. Finds a teammate in George Tregear. Tregear, Kind and Daniel now. And force them backwards here. Good pressure by Pinjarra. Go down the line to a big pack of players. Comes off hands, but can still move the football. Rockingham. Sean Norman was stopped in his tracks as he tried to handle over his head. This time Fraser Miller does, but straight back the other way. Here come Pinjarra inside 50, but Rockingham already in defence. And almost found Jacob Palmer there. He's come off his hand. The ball's still spilling forward for Rockingham. See if they can try and get it out of this clump of players at the moment. Very congested in the area. Even the Seagulls are getting involved at the moment. Snap around the body inside 50. Wonderful kick straight to a teammate. We'll play on quickly. Go inside 50 now and tried to find Jake Tregear, but he wasn't facing the right way. Wonderful tackle, however. Wasn't rewarded holding the ball. Maybe could have been. Probably a bit harsh there. Handball towards the pack again. They're still fighting for it, Rockingham. They want to hit the front. Handball over the top. It falls onto Daniel Morley, and Morley shoots for goal, and Morley gets the goal. So Rockingham with 2. I believe the scoreboard is Rockingham 12, Pinjarra 8. Daniel Morley with that goal. Just want to thank our stream sponsor Alcoa, RTR Bakeries, Tyre at Rockingham, Ray White Mandura and Colts Football, Community Bank Halls Head, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. And there's a whistle. Must have been for something off the ball. Free kick down the way of Pinjarra. Not sure what for, but must have been something off the ball. So straight away Pinjarra can go inside 50. And from one end to the other, Pinjarra have got a goal. Just from the bounce. And it's Nicholas Merritt. Wow, how about that? So Rockingham just kicked the goal. They had the reset from the centre. Straight away a free kick going the way of Pinjarra. Michael Hansen just bombed the ball inside the 50. And straight away they got a goal out of it as the rain pours down here. At Anniversary Park, a very rainy day across WA. It's going to be hard to play in these conditions now. All on his own in the ruck there was Riley White for Rockingham. And I'll stop here for a ball up. Ignore the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the score is Rockingham 12 to Pinjarra 14. Just all in his own in the ruck there was Michael Hansen. Bit of a swapperoo between the two ruckmen. Jacob Palmer was tackled, but the umpire said it wasn't holding the ball. Players fight for the football now. The rain comes bucketing down. And it's going to be difficult to play out there. It really is. Finals football, a game where you've got to be on your best. A good tackle laid by Kyron Gavin. When you're playing in the wet, your best matters the most, because right now it's going to be very difficult for these players. And here, handball from Campbell Miller. Ooh, could have been tripped there. Cameron Gavin, umpire didn't call anything. Play on. There's a whistle. It was a holding free kick going the way of Pinjarra. So, Ethan McCullough will be the recipient of the free kick. Goes down the line. Just dropped it there, Nicholas Merritt. Handballs backwards to a teammate. Go forward now into a pack. A lot of Rockingham defenders there, but they were ready for it. Pinjarra just got the handball away. Cameron Gavin as he was tackled. Rockingham with the football now. They move it swiftly down that wing. Now they can go and try and get it out of the danger area, but it's going to be a throw-in. Pinjarra would want to smash this inside 50 from here. Tap down. Moving the ball. The Rams taken by Shay Selkirk. Got it to a pack. A lot of stoppage. A lot of players around the football. It's a very physical game out there. We see the endurance is going to have to last all 4 quarters. These players are giving it their all. And why wouldn't they in the finals? Tap down by White to try and find Millam. Still fighting for this football here. It's a very scrappy contest early on. You'd expect that given the weather conditions. That should be holding the ball. The umpire's given a free kick the other way. It must have been something off the ball, or it might have been something else. Or anyway, Rockingham can go just on the paint of the 50. Slipped over as he got the ball to a teammate there, Michael Hansen. A short one. Finds Nicholas Merritt. And go inside 50 for the Tigers. Was under a bit of pressure there, James Spark, and couldn't make the most of his opportunity with the football. And the ball will bounce over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Snap around the body and keep going here. Rockingham's picked up by Rowan Kerr. Kerr gets a handball to a teammate. And they slam it back inside 50 again. And taken easily by Josh Smart. Smart. To teammate. Now they can keep going here. Rockingham, middle of the ground, finds Manasseh Millam. Another whistle. So it's going to be a penalty here down the ground. It's going to be a 50-metre penalty. It could be very costly. Rockingham inside 50 and finds the target straight on the chest. It'll be Aaron Ophorst. Into time on now. Ophorst with the ball now for their third of the afternoon. I think he's just snuck it through. And they've got it. Score should be 3 straight 18 to Pinjarra, 2 goals to 14. Ignore the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll look to fix that shortly. I think it's Rockingham 18 to Pinjarra 14. They can go inside 50 straight away. Pinjarra, a little dribbler along the ground. Good pick up there by Nicholas Merritt. He gets the ball back now. Merritt, snap around the body. It's close to the goal square, punched over the boundary line by Max Tregear. Now, socket away, and that could go straight through for Pinjarra. I think it has. I think it was Ty Salter who kicked the goal there for the Tigers. Now they've got their third. And this game is starting to get a bit more close. It's whenever you kick a goal, I kick a goal sort of thing here. At Anniversary Park. Pinjarra leading by 2 points now. Straight into the middle again. This is stolen out the right by Michael Hansen. Inside the 50. Comes off the hands of Ty Salter. But then he gets it again. Around the body. Close to the goal square. And he's had a challenge today, Max Tregear. He's done pretty well. Thrown in now. And there's the final siren. Sorry, the siren. Final siren of the quarter, I should say. There's the siren here at quarter time. It is Rockingham, 3 goals straight 18 to Pinjarra, 3 goals to 20 in the first semi-final here at Anniversary Park. We'll take it through the goal kickers here. For Rockingham, it is Jake Willis with 1, Aaron Ophorst with 1, and Daniel Morley with 1. For the Tigers, it's Ty Salter with 1, Robert Beswick with 1, and Nicholas Merritt with 1. The sponsors here on Film Footy, Alcoa, our stream sponsor, thank you to them. Thank you to Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Wright Rockingham, Ray White Mandura on Colts Football, Community Bank, Halls Head, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI, and Dartfish. Well, it was an interesting quarter. A lot of free kicks off the ball. 150-metre penalty being awarded. A close game between the two at quarter time. There's Rockingham 18 to Pinjarra 20. And we will take a short break, and I'll be back with the second quarter soon. Well, we're just about underway for the second quarter here at Anniversary Park. Quarter time, it is Rockingham Rams 3 goals straight 18 to Pinjarra. 3 goals to 20. 2 points the difference here at quarter time. Was about to enter the second quarter now. And we're underway here at Anniversary Park. Tap one down by Pinjarra, but the Rams straight away on the football early. High contact free kick getting paid. So to go the way of Pinjarra. Pinjarra now with the football. Apologies for that technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. The ball's gone down the other side of the ground from the kick. It'll be a boundary throw-in close to the 50 of the Rams. Tap one down by Riley White. Another stoppage. It'll be another boundary throw in the exact same spot as it's tapped straight over the boundary line. Thrown in now. So it's just got a fingernail on it there. Riley White. As the Rams can try and go inside 50. Good tackle laid on Rowan Kerr. It'll be a ball up. One down by Michael Hansen. Ball spills around. Inside 50 for the Rams. They can keep venturing forward before it's taken over the boundary line. Thrown in by the umpire now. And there'll be another stoppage. You can hear the wind coming down now. Snap around the body out of there by Pinjarra. Almost held onto the mark there, Kieran May. In fact, he was paid, I think. Oh, no, it's gone the other way. Free kick going to Rockingham. Not sure what that was for, but Rockingham will take it as quick as they can. They want to try and find a man inside 50. Sends it up. A high ball now. A big man fly, but it goes past all of them. Into the pocket. It was Daniel Morley, but he's been dispossessed with the football. So they go down the line now. But it's going to go for a boundary throw-in. Tap one down. Handball to go forward now. Rockingham inside the 50. Comes off a few hands. Close to the boundary line. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Sun coming out now here at Anniversary Park. Rockingham go inside 50 through Fraser Miller, but he's kicked that one straight out in the full. Free kick going the way of Pinjarra. Pinjarra go down the line now. looking for a target. Two Rockingham players there, but they got in each other's way. But eventually he made up for the error pretty well there. Riley White, the ruckman, hits to the goal square, tapped away. There's still pressure going from the Rams though, but the Tigers do well. Pinjarra just able to straighten to his opponent there, Jake Willis, and it's gone over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Thrown in. Ball will be one snap out of there by Sean Norman. But it's been touched over the boundary line. I think it was touched off the boot, so it'll be a boundary throw-in, I believe. Thrown in now. Rockingham trying to get the goal. It's been inside their 50 the entire quarter. Eventually they find a way through Morley, but they snap out of there. The Tigers could come back though, but it bounces over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Thrown in now. Tap behind. Pinjarra trying to move the ball out of there because it's been stuck there the whole quarter, but unfortunately Rockingham are just too strong. A lot of stoppages in this quarter. Picked up after a fumble by Riley White, but then they get rid of it. Rowan Kerr soccers it away. They keep suckering it down the line here, but eventually the ball goes over the boundary line. Nah, it's going to be a boundary throw-in. There's a chance for Pinjarra potentially to get inside their 50 for a change. The first 6 minutes have been heavily in Rockingham's 50th. In fact, I don't think Pinjarra have got it in there once. Free kick going the way to the Tigers now, so now they'll get it inside 50. David Jakob, the skipper, sends a high one in there. Is there a mark to be taken? Yes, there is. I'll just see who that is there. Might be Nick. Oh, it's James Spark. Okay, so James Spark with the football now for Pinjarra. Spark to kick the first goal of the second quarter. It's their first inside 50 entry. And to extend the lead out to an 8-point margin. It's fallen short in the goal square. There's still danger around the area. Snap around the body almost came before two men tackled him, holding the ball. Free kick going the way of Rockingham. Wonderful tackle laid. I think that was Max Tregear. Tregear goes short and finds Andrew Walsh. Walsh is down the line. Ball's bouncing. And it's just, it could have been kicking in danger. I think it might be paid, actually. It will be. Yeah, good call by the umpire there. A lot of suckering today, as you know, the deck is very slippery. Keep going the way. The Pinjarra, and they move it short through Reese and Zelino. And Zelino goes back to where it came from. So a bit of a nothing kick there. Just takes some time off the clock before they eventually progress into the middle of the ground. A good option that time. Did really well. Now they switch the play. Here comes Pinjarra. If this could work out for him. Held onto the football in the second attempt. Player Phil Pott. Phil Pott goes to a teammate and tried to find David Jakob, but the kick didn't find him and he was forced over the boundary line under pressure from Aaron Ophorst. Thrown in. 9 minutes gone. Wonderful tap, won by Michael Hansen. The handball missed his teammate there for Rockingham. That was Shea Selkirk. And the ball will be thrown in. Kick it inside 50 now. Rockingham, but it's almost, he's paid the mark, I think, there, yeah. It was rewarded to the Pinjarra defender. And go down the line here, Pinjarra. I can try and switch the play from 150 to the other, but I've kicked it into space, and the space was filled with Rockingham defenders, and it's Tregear who gets the ball. Max Tregear, I should say, gets the ball out wide. Little one short, and finds Jacob McGavin. Jacob McGavin looking for his options now. Goes and finds Jacob Palmer down the line. Palmer wants to go inboard this time. That's a beautiful kick. And finds Shea Selkirk. He's lost his balance there, but he's going to go inside 50 and try and find up a target. And that target is Jake Willis. And Willis is going to have an opportunity to put Rockingham in front. He's kicked one goal already, Jake Willis. This for his second goal of the afternoon. And he's missed on that occasion. So it'll bring it to a 1-point game here. Rockingham's first behind of the afternoon. 3 goals, 1-19. To Pinjarra. 3 goals, 2-20. Oh, the kick out from full back could be punished here. He's got a handball away, and it might be punished indeed. It's in the goal square. Rockingham get an easy goal. And he didn't make the opportunity before, but this time, Jake Willis gets full reward for his efforts. And so do the Rockingham players too, or everyone that's set up from full back. That's a big mistake, especially in a final. Oh boy. And they turn nothing into 7-point play there, Rockingham. He missed Jake Willis. And then he got the tackle laid, got the ball into his hands and kicked an easy goal. Well, the kick out wasn't the greatest for Pinjarra, and that could be costly coming into the match. You never know. Pinjarra got a lot of work to do, though, if they want to win this match. We know Rockingham have had a better season than Pinjarra, and it shows in the ladder with a 4-game differential. And that ball hit the ground, so it didn't quite get rewarded the mark. Almost went head hunting there. Daniel Morley got the handball away. Nearly had his head sniped off. Keep going here. Pinjarra. Down the line he finds Matthew B. And B now kicks it inside the 50. Only 1 goal kicked in this quarter, and that was by Jake Willis of Rockingham for his second of the afternoon. That one's gone out of bounds. Yeah, I want deliberate, but I don't think they're going to get the call. Pinjarra. Ball will be thrown in now. It was a very shallow throw in. Pinjarra will take full advantage of it, however. The midfielders were ready. And a good tackle laid by Andrew Butler. Wasn't rewarded holding the ball. Inside 50 go Pinjarra, but snapped away by Max Tregear. A little fumble by Madison Millam, but eventually got the ball out of harm's way. Finds Riley White, the ruckman. Did really well with the sidestep. Found Jack Tregear, the skipper, alongside Max Layton today for the Rams. Inside the 50 they go. Fisted away by Ethan McCullough, but it's gone straight to Fraser Miller, and Miller kicks to the goal square. Was that touched? The umpire says yes. You can hear the disappointment from the Rockingham fans, but the right call was made. And it'll bring the margin out to 4 goals, 2-26 to 3 goals, 2-26 point leaders Rockingham. Look at a game in our hands, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Of the first semi-final. Remember, the loser is eliminated. The winner will face the South Mandurah or Centrals in the preliminary final. And it's fresh through for another behind. So Pinjarra with the football now from fullback, 7 points down at the moment. Taking the kick out is Dylan Winton. Winton has turned the ball over. That's the second time Pinjarra have done that from fullback. The first time led into a goal because the tackling pressure. This time it's gone straight for their position for a mark. And it could definitely cost Pinjarra, especially if Rockingham kick this goal now. Lines up. And it's still in play. Is it trying to punch it over through? I think that it's been touched. I was going to say, I think tried to get a boot to it with the soccer off the ground there, but it's touched. So they move the ball. Now Pinjarra out of the back line. It is 4 goals, 28. The 3 goals, 2-20. Keep going down the line. Pinjarra, they're yet to kick a goal this quarter. Come off of the back of James Spark. And keep moving the football. Good tackle laid on Daniel Morley. But it'll be a ball up. Tap one by Michael Hansen, all on his own in the ruck again. You can see a lot of congestion around the football. There's a lot of stoppages in this game. They want deliberate. And they get the call there. Cameron Gavin wasn't too happy with that call. Here you go, Rockingham, but they turn it over. And Riley Vidovic, the vice captain for the Tigers, has the football now. Vidovic. It's high contact free, so go on the way of Pinjarra. Need to get a move on here, Pinjarra. A lot of costly mistakes early in this quarter. It's been all Rockingham, hasn't it? And they've scored 1 goal for this quarter to Pinjarra yet to score. Rockingham with the football from defence now. And the ball bounces inside their 50, but Pinjarra have the numbers in defence. He'll go short, and after a few juggling attempts, Rowan Kerr takes the mark. Kerr goes over the top. And the umpire says to play on now as he took a step. And what Riley White seems to collect his opponent, and he's a bit slow to get up there, Brandon Coxon. But umpire said it was okay. So it'll be a ball up eventually after all that. Ball eventually gets fisted onto Leighton's chest. They can keep pressuring Pinjarra around the body, and Jake Tregear, and he misses, and that's 1-5 for the quarter for the Rams. Brings it out to 4-5-29 to 3-2-20. Pinjarra have turned the ball over, potentially a third. So they have it. It's paid the mark. Good call by the umpire. A third time they have done that in this quarter. Turn the ball over from the kick out. They know it's costing them. And Rockingham have made them pay once already. Don't be surprised if they make them pay again. Very close to the man on the mark on the kick, but it just missed and touched over the boundary line by Dylan Winton. 4-6 now. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. 1-6 in the second for Rockingham. This is Dylan Winton kicking out and thrown in now. (30-20), 10 points the margin. Rockingham in front. Approaching halftime shortly. Stolen at the ruck by Michael Hansen. Down the line. Little fumble there. The ball, it's been slippery today. It's by Matija Suazo. Socket off the deck. The ball's still rolling. Picked up by Jacob McGavin. Snap around the body. We'll go straight back to Pinjarra. They need a goal. They haven't got one this quarter. They've been scoreless. Their opponents, well, they're very lucky they haven't scored more than Pinjarra. 1-6 in the quarter for Rockingham. And they could make it worse if they can get a handball and kick and goal here. It's bouncing in their 50. 1v1 contest. And he is... Oh, it's a free kick going the way of Pinjarra. I'm not sure what for. The umpire's found something. As they'll get the football to him. Dylan Winton. Winton now with the football. Kicks out, and Pinjarra have had a real issue with kicking out in this quarter. Turned the ball over 3 times. Been made to pay once already. Rockingham now inside 50 again. And wonderful mark taken by Ethan Poole. Just running the other way. Duck at the fly. And he takes the mark on the chest. 1-6 in this quarter for the Rams. Ethan Poole to make it 2-6 or 1-7. Extend the margin by 16 points on the tightest of angles. You can write it down as another behind in this quarter. Well, looks like this is the behinds end. There wasn't a behind in the first quarter from Rockingham. 2 in the first 2 Pinjarra. And in this quarter, 7 behinds for the Rams at this end of the ground. Can Pinjarra get a goal before the quarter ends? Rockingham won't let him do that too easily. Manasar Milham gets it back to a teammate. I think that was Max Tregear. Inside 50 it goes, but he's seemed to hurt himself there. There's a siren for half time anyway. So play it down for the Tigers. The umpire will collect the ball from him. See if he is okay. I'm sure that was it. Stephen Martin. Potentially. Anyway, half time here at Anniversary Park. It is Rockingham 4 goals 7, 31 to Pinjarra 3 goals 220. So in the first quarter time, it was 3 goals straight 18 to 3-2-20. And at half time, it's 4 goals 7, 31 to 3-2-20. So a scoreless quarter for the Tigers, but for Rockingham, it was 1 goal 7. Thank you to our stream sponsor, Alcoa, and our major sponsors of the game, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right Rockingham, Ray White Mandurah and Colts Football, Community Bank Horsehead, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta, AG, AFGRI, and Dartfish. Well, we'll have a short break, and we'll be back for all the second half action shortly. And we're back underway for the second half, here at Anniversary Park straight away. Rockingham want to keep up what they did in that second quarter. They kicked 1-7 and Pinjarra were kept scoreless straight away. They go inside 50. A few players come around with the football. Just tried to snap that one out of there. Was taking the ground as he did so. It'll be a ball up. Well, around the grounds here, South Pinjarra 9-4-58 to Central's 2-3-15. Unless Central's pull off a miracle, South Pinjarra will be going to the grand final. And so it'll be the winner of this game versus Central's next week for Rockingham. If they win, we'll play them again. If Pinjarra win, Pinjarra will play them for the first time this finals series. $11 points the difference. It's 4-7-31 to 3-2-20. The winner goes to a prelim final. The loser is eliminated. All on the line in this second half here. Socket inside 50. Clever to do so. It came off a hand off Ethan McCullough. Still in the area. Dangerous if they make any mistakes here. Reese Angelino under the pressure. It's handballed it to a pack and it's been called a ball up. No one won the ruck in that battle. The ball spills to Cameron Gavin's grasp, but it fell out of reach, and eventually they get the ball down the line. Handball comes from Nicholas Merritt to a teammate. Now 1v1, slapped inside 50 by Kieran May. That was clever. May still on the football. He's got numbers around it. It was on his knees before he handballed that one to a teammate, and Cameron Gavin snapped around the body, but was cut off by Jacob McGavin. There's kicked that one out in a full, and the ball's gone the way to Pinjarra. They need a goal, Pinjarra. It's been a long time they haven't kicked the goal, or behind even since the first quarter. Good kick out of there, finds the teammates in the back line. Rockingham, they've got to get going now. 11 points up, but that is not a safe margin. Here come the Tigers, trying to go inside 50 now. Good tackle laid on Andrew Walsh. The umpire said play on. A few players wanted to hold the ball there from Pinjarra. Here come Rockingham down the outer side. Comes off the hands of Kine and Daniel. Daniel just have tried to evade a man there, was Clay Philpott, but got around him. This could have been high. Wasn't paid there on Riley White. The two ruckmen going at it. They have been going at it all day. There'll be a ball up, and Hanson and White will go back at it again. Even between the two sides so far. In the second half, is it in the back? Empire said no. It was a mark paid to Rockingham. Kicks over everyone's head now. Pinjarra have the football. Snap around the body. That's not too convincing. The ball bounces straight up into the air and punched over the boundary line by Ethan Paul. Anniversary Park, the home of Rockingham. They've played here 9 times this season. This will be their in the home and away season. They've won 6 games, lost 3. Snap around comes from Luke Holland, and a holding free kick going the way of the Tigers. Reese and Zelino. Away from home, the same record, 6 wins away for Pinjarra. They are certainly struggling out there at Anniversary Park. I know the scoreboard is only 11 points, but it seems like Rockingham are controlling the football a lot better. Pinjarra just struggling to get it past halfway. But for the Rams, They're doing really good things with it, especially there in the ruck. It was White to Palmer, but over the boundary line again. Well, thrown in now. You can hear the wind starting to pick up. That won't stop the boys out there having fun. Picked up by Michael Hansen before he's bowled over and dispossessed off the football. It looks like South Pinjarra will be going through to the grand final. So whoever wins this will be playing Centrals next week. Ball will be thrown in. The Rams usually score big in their games with an average winning margin of 58 points. Their highest score 152 this season against Secret Harbour. Their lowest score is 7-11-53. Now we've still got a bit to go, but given the conditions today, we may see their lowest score. For Pinjarra, it is 4 goals, 8-32, and that was against Centrals in the last round of the home and away season. So the highest score for Rockingham's 24 goals, 852, round 10 against Secret Harbour. We said the lowest score, 7-11-53 against South Pinjarra. The way this game is going, it's going to be low scoring because it's wet, it's windy. Rockingham had a 6 winning streak during this season, while only lost a maximum of 2 games for the Tigers. It was 2 wins they had for the year was their max, and only lost 1. So every time they'd lose one, they'd win the next week. And they did finish 4th on the ladder eventually with a 10-8 record. And the wind, look at those trees in the background. It's really starting to get worse and worse out here. There's wind, there's rain, but there's a game to be won. And that won't stop the boys from giving it their all. This game ever so important for both sides. Pinjarra just struggling to score. So Rockingham in this quarter, but it's just been disappointing. Haven't scored since quarter time. It was kept scoreless in the second quarter. Pinjarra, Rockingham, 1 goal, 7. Lead by 11 points. They have done since half time. Could have easily extended the margin out to a very high one, but haven't been able to. It's inside 50. Can the Tigers pounce on them? And it's going to be a boundary throw, and here's a chance of Pinjarra. .87% of games they won in the home and away season. Rockingham. A loss rate of 22.2%, so they don't lose too often, but majority of their losses have come at home. Snap around the body, and they go forward. Should have been holding the ball there, I reckon, but the umpire didn't pay it. Willis now, they can go inside the middle of the ground, and it's going to go out of bounds for another throw-in. A lot of stoppages in this game. I mentioned before the 2 times these two have played, Rockingham got the win on both occasions. Clearing footy from Fraser Millar inside the 15 now for the Rams. He's under pressure. Aaron Ophorst snapped away, a long way out of there. Here come the Tigers. And keep going. The Sockers off the ground. They're running to try and keep that ball in play, but they can't. And Zachary Gavin couldn't keep it alive. Rockingham did win the toss and elect to go to the right of screen. And the first quarter was pretty even. 3 goals straight 18 to Pinjarra, 3 goals through 20. Then in the second quarter, it was 4 goals 7-31 to 3 goals through 20. So second quarter dominance from the Rams, but only 1 goal to come from at 7 behind. Pinjarra yet to score in this quarter for 10.5 minutes gone already. It's just a scrap for the footy. Very scrappy. You see a lot of sockers off the ground. You see a lot of stoppages. Here's another soccer off the ground. That could be paid deliberate if he's not careful. The ball just stopped for him. How about that? No, but he ran out of room when he kicked it. Oh, I think he's called Willis for running over the boundary line as he tried to keep it alive. So it'll be a boundary throw-in. And could have been away there, Jake Willis. We saw sunshine for a brief moment, but then the rain decided to come back again. Tap one by Hansen. This time Kieran May was in the ruck for the Tigers. He laid a tackle on Fraser Miller. The rain's bucketing out there. Look at the weather conditions with the wind and everything. He's taken aggressively in that tackle. The umpire's called a dangerous one. Just grabbed him around the jumper and pulled it. Andrew Butler there was taken, so it'll be a free kick to him. No one has scored in this quarter. Pinjarra hasn't scored in 2 quarters. To 1.5, I should say. Once it close to the boundary line, it goes over. It'll be a boundary throw-in. See, the sun's out now, but don't be convinced by it, because the rain can come ever so quickly, and it has done multiple times in this game. Free kick going the way of the Rams. And they've got to set up well defensively now. So we look at the into the sky. So a rainbow now here at Anniversary Park. Inside 50 go the Rams. Is it soccered? It is, but it's nowhere near the goals. It's going to be a big race for the football. They're just soccering it out of there at this point. It's very, very difficult to get a clean possession of the football at the moment. Handball away. Whistle was said it's pushing it back. So going to Rockingham. They didn't want to take the advantage for another behind. It'll be Jacob Palmer with the football now. I'm not sure about the distance from here. It's a bit far out, especially in these conditions. It'll be a heavy ball. He's got to go for it though. And hopefully for his sake, you put the commentator's curse on me. For their 5th goal of the game, for the first of the second half. He sends it towards the goal square. It hasn't gone through. They could rush it through, but they've decided to snap out. When you do that, you've got to make it work. They haven't. They've turned it over. He's called maybe something happened downfield off the ball. It looked like a fair contest, but Pinjarra have the football. The snap was coming from Andrew Butler. Nothing would be rewarded in the end. Something must have happened in the middle of the ground. So Pinjarra with the football now. Here's a chance to get it from 150 to the other. Can they take a mark? The ruckman's there, Michael Hansen, but couldn't do anything with it. It's a 1v1 contest. The umpire says he's got him in the back. And he's in denial there. I think it was Nicholas Merritt. Doesn't agree with that decision. into a pack contest, or could have tried to claim the mark there, Ethan McCullough, but it wasn't rewarded. And you feel with the scores being this low and it's been this tight, no one scored this quarter, that Rockingham and just a little bit better at the moment. Ethan Poole. Just gets it out of bounds. In fact, it's out in a full, so free kick going the way of the Tigers. So they move the ball down the line, but it's gone out for a boundary throw in. The umpire going on the hill to retrieve the football now. Pinjarra really need to get inside 50 and score quickly because they are struggling at the moment. Could have been on the ball, is on the ball. Correct call by the umpire. The ball will go to Campbell Millar. Millar now wants to use it perfectly on the wing. Wonderful kick to Joshua Smart. Smart finds a teammate over the top. Riley White. White inside the 50. Big contest. The ball spills loose and it finds Sean Norman. And Norman has missed. And that brings it to 4-8-32 to 3-2-20. A lot of behinds for Rockingham, and now it's a 2-goal game. 4-8-32 to 3-2-20. There's been a whistle. It's gone the way of Pinjarra. I found it difficult to score Pinjarra today. But here's an opportunity. Cameron Gavin, the kick was smothered. Rockingham are really slick out of defence. Oh, big tackle laid on Jacob McGavin. Ethan McCullough was the one who was tackled there. The umpire says it's a holding free kick going the way of Rockingham. The Rams go inside 50 just, but all in his own mark taken. Here they can go. Pinjarra, they need this. Matt Dean with the ball now. Short to a teammate. Just sends a long one inside 50. But it's straight out in the full. Just about approaching time on now. The ball will be thrown in. 7 minutes to go in the quarter. It's been really difficult today with the conditions that we've had here at Anniversary Park. Rockingham just want to go, handled it to the opposition, then got the ball back there. A calamity of errors as they both fall over. Could have played the Benny Hill theme over that. Lot of scrapping around the football at the moment. Snap around the body. Clay Philpott. And he gets that one out of bounds for a boundary throw. And Pinjarra are running out of time. And pretty soon they're going to run out of energy as well. Thank you to our stream sponsor, Alcoa. Tap down by Michael Hansen, but it goes the way of Rockingham anyway. So Pinjarra anyway. So Pinjarra get the ball. Opportunity for them. 5.5 minutes to go. Pinjarra have not kicked a goal since the first quarter. And it will stay that way, but they've got it behind. They've not scored since the first, we should say now. A goal, but they have scored now. It is 4 goals 8 to 3 goals 3. Thank you to our sponsors. Our cover for the stream sponsor, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right, Rockingham, Railway Manjuro and Colts Football, Community Bank Horsehead, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. Taken out by George Tregear. Free kick going the way of Max Layton, the skipper. Four and a half minutes left in this contest. The whistle. It must have been downfield because Rockingham has still got possession of the football here. They can keep going as they move it through a hand pass. A lot of congestion around this football. With Pinjarra, what they need is to desperately get down the other end and score as quick as they can. I believe it might be 25-minute quarters here. 35 flat. Might not be the case, however. Sorry. Apologies if I've got that one wrong. Time ticking down. 3:30 left in this game. Rockingham get the football back from a free kick. It's 11 points of difference. Pinjarra need to cut this off and go down the other end. The man in the long sleeves. Reese and Zelino, sorry. They keep moving the football, Pinjarra. Ball bounces inside 50 for them. It's picked up by James Spark. Can he give them a spark? Gets it to a teammate who gets a dribbler along the ground, and that was Cameron Gavin. But the dribbler dribbles for a behind. And it's 4-8 to 3-4. That's 10 points and not going to get in front by behinds. Pinjarra. Mark almost taken by Max Layton. They can go inside 50. Free kick going the way of the Rams, however. 20. Oh, it's a penalty here. 25-meter penalty. Something has happened. Off the ball. Might be 50 meters actually. Keep going here. Rockingham. They can try and get inside 50. Handball over the top. Finds a teammate in Fraser Miller. Miller to another teammate. Inside 50. Rockingham go. And Rockingham across the face. Out bounds. Boundary throw in. Not long left to go now in this quarter. Snap around the body was cut off from Daniel Morley. They might get another opportunity. Holds the ball aloft. Morley has been tackled by 2. However, it's a ball up and nothing more. Rockingham inside the 50. Pinjarra trying to get it out. I've got about maybe 40 seconds to try and score. Whistle goes the way of Pinjarra. They need a goal quickly. I'd love one before three-quarter time. But unfortunately for the Tigers, Rockingham have just held on to that lead at three-quarter time. Three-quarter time here at Anniversary Park. It is Rockingham 4 goals 8, 32 to Pinjarra 3 goals 4, 22. So 10 points of difference in that quarter. It was Rockingham with 1 point and Pinjarra with 2 points. So one behind the two in that quarter. Thank you to our sponsors, Alcoa for the stream, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Rockingham, Ray Whiteman Enduro and Colts Football, Community Bank Halls Head, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. Well, interesting but low scoring. Their lowest score of the year, both sides, 7-11-53 for Rockingham, 4-8-32 for Pinjarra. They may both achieve it here today. It's 10 points at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see how this finishes. 10 points, not a lot of goals have happened. Wow, an interesting last quarter coming up at the semi-final. The winner will go to the prelim and play Centrals. The loser will be eliminated. It all comes down to this final quarter. We'll be back giving you all the action on Filming Footy shortly. Back underway here at Anniversary Park. Straight away, Pinjarra need to make an impact. They've scored 2 points since quarter time, and that came in their third term. Rockingham 1 point in that third term as well. But Rockingham and Pinjarra both know what's on the line. A spot in the prelim. It'll be against Centrals. I believe that would be away from home. But oh boy, it's 10 points at the moment. It is all down to this final quarter. Not a lot of goals have been kicked. Rockingham must hang on to a 2-goal lead or 10-point lead. Pinjarra, well, they just need 2 goals at the front, and it's in their 50. Very exciting stuff here at Anniversary Park. South Pinjarra are too good for Centrals. They'll go into the grand final. They've been top all year. Pinjarra handing them their only loss of the year. But they need this one, Pinjarra, to make it to the prelim versus Centrals, who defeated Rockingham by 7 points last week. Pinjarra in the home and away season, every time they've lost, they've won the next week. But there is no next week if they lose today. Whose free kicks are going to be? Rockingham. Keep going down the line here. The Rams almost, I might take it, was he held on to there? Fraser Miller. Umpire says no, it'll be out of bounds for another boundary throw-in. An epic game of football might get even better as they go inside 50. Pinjarra, but Rockingham are there in defence. Goes to the wing now. A few fumbles from Shea Selkirk. Is that hanging on? The umpire says no again. Selkirk makes up for his error. Just goes down that line. But it's cut off. Good intercept mark taken by Kieran May. May switches it. Here come Pinjarra through the middle of the ground. He wants to go down using the corridor this time. Straight back inside. Oh, 2 Rockingham defenders clash into each other, but they both get up luckily. Whistle been paid. Free kick going the way of Rockingham. I think it's going to be Reese and Zelino with the football. Handballs off short to Dylan Winton. Winton finds Vidovic on the outer side. Goes down the line. This is an important ball to be won. And Max Layton, the skipper, stands tall. Sends it back to the direction it came from. But there again is Kieran May. And May wants to go this time in the middle of the ground. Great pass. Pinjarra can keep going through the middle of the ground. It turns it over, but they might have the numbers. They do. And it might work out for him in the end. Handball from David Yacker to a teammate. Was he dispossessed of the football? Umpire said no. Snap around the body comes from Walsh for Rockingham. In defence, Pinjarra defended like their life depends on it. Because this season depends on it now. Was taken in the tackle. I think it's downfield for a sling on Shea Selkirk. And this could really hurt Pinjarra if this next one goes through. 10 points the difference. I think the umpire's given a yellow card to a Pinjarra player. I think that was Clay Philpott has received the yellow card. I'm not sure what for. I didn't quite catch it, but I think he might have to spend 10 minutes on the interchange. So this means that Rockingham will kick the goal. I'm not sure who kicked that one, but they've reset, so I'm not sure who kicked that one. Could have been anyone, but I couldn't see on the camera. But it's a goal to Rockingham, regardless. Now Pinjarra need 3 goals in a game where they've only kicked 3 themselves. Very difficult. 5-8 to 3-4. Right when you thought Pinjarra were in the contest, they could have lost it. Now a free kick going the way of Rockingham again for a hold this time. Max Layton sends it inside the 50. Big fly comes, but here Rockingham is still trying to get the ball forward. They're doing a good job of it. Hanging on, free kick going the way of Pinjarra. Brandon Coxon wants to switch it. Oh, dangerous kick to go back. They're losing ground with that kick. And he'll kick it towards the middle. And he'll find Dylan Winton. Winton will go back to Brandon Coxon. Right back where it came from. A little bit of a time waste there. But here comes Stephen Martin. Martin in the middle of the ground. Need to go from one end to the other, the Tigers. They know how important today is for them. They want to keep their season alive in season 2025. Is that on the ball? The umpire says yes. Free kick going the way of the Tigers. David Jakob inside 50. They need a mark. Almost. The ball's getting closer and closer to that goal square. Oh, they're struggling to score. They haven't scored a goal since the first quarter. But now they're going to get certainty. I think it's a 50-metre penalty straight in the goal square. A goal for Rowan Kerr. Easiest of his career. Pinjarra have therefore finally 3 goals, 2 in the first quarter. Nothing in the second. 2 points in the third. And finally a goal in the last. It's 10 points. 5-8 to 4-4. At the middle. Just punched it away. Probably could have grabbed it there, David Jakob. I want to keep going here. Rockingham bumped as he kicked it. It'll be downfield, I think. Rockingham, a 10-point lead at the moment. Inside the 50, into a pack. Here, around the body. Luke Holland. Has he sent them to a preliminary final? Potentially. Oh, wait. I think the umpire has called a behind. I think they were celebrating for a goal, but it's a behind. How interesting is this? 11 points. Pinjarra survive. They got to keep going though, Pinjarra. The sun's out, the rain has stopped. It's perfect final quarter conditions here at Anniversary Park for the first semi-final. The winner to a prelim against Centrals, the loser eliminated. Dempsey threw in. They're trying to get their handball out and they're trying to kick it forward, but they can't. Rockingham too good. Is that holding the footy? Umpire didn't call it. That one's touched over the boundary line. Luckily for Pinjarra, although it could have been bad if it was at the full. Thank you to our sponsors, Alcoa for the stream, RTF Bakeries, Tyre Right, Rockingham, Ray White, Manduro and Colts, Football Community Bank, Halls Head, Filming Footy Archies, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI and Dartfish. Massive ball to be won. And tapped over the boundary line yet again. $11 points separates these two sides. Pinjarra need to get out of there. There's a whistle for a hold and Rockingham have a shot on goal. Well, 11 points. Pinjarra lead. Sorry, trailed by Rockingham to get a 17-point margin on the scoreboard and to make it really difficult for Pinjarra. He's got it. And they will be happy with that. It's not over yet, but Rockingham make it very difficult. Ball up now. Tap one down by Hansen. Pinjarra need 3 goals in about 10 minutes. It's doable. But Rockingham aren't going to let them do it easily. Inside the 50 they go. Taken by Reece Angelino. Angelino just clears the ball out of there. They've got to keep going. Big collision. Holding free kick going the way of the Tigers. David Jakob. Over the top. Here's the ruckman. Michael Hansen. Hansen. Inside the 50. Needs to be taken. It is taken by Nicholas Merritt. Merritt. Doesn't matter how many goals he's kicked in his career. This might be the most important one. Nicholas Merritt to keep Pinjarra alive. It's coming back. He's got it through. It's 11 points again and Pinjarra are still alive here at Anniversary Park. That's his second of the day. The Rams and the Tigers. $11 points. Rockingham hang on just 6-9 to 5-4 And they clear the ball, but a mark's been taken by Campbell Miller. And Miller, well, if he kicks this, it'll make it extremely difficult for Pinjarra. Pinjarra preying on a miss. Lines up for goal, but misses. Campbell Miller. So it is a 12-point ball game here at Anniversary Park. Bombing the ball out of there. They want to get it moving. Just evades one. Shea Selkirk. Oh, he snagged it too. And he could snag him into a preliminary final. Pinjarra will be very devastated. Rockingham lead it by 18. Just straight out of the ruck. Hansen wants to go. I could try and go inside 50 here. My ball, says the umpire. Stolen by the captain in the ruck, Max Layton. Inside 50 go Pinjarra, but they're ready. It's stolen. Handballs away. Zachary Gavin. Another ball up, and this time it's in Pinjarra's 50. Was he pushed out of the rock contest? Doesn't matter, says the umpire. Another ball up. South Mandurah are through to the grand final. 92-point winners over Centrals. Right now, Rockingham will be playing Centrals next week, unless something changes. 6 minutes to go in this game. They need 3 goals to level at Pinjarra. Everybody fighting for that football now. There's a whistle. It's gonna come back. It's going the way of the Tigers. Zachary Gavin with the ball now. Zach's got to find a man inside 50. A high ball. No one can mark. Spills down to the ground. They just clear it out of there, Rockingham. It's just get it out of the other side. And there's a man on his own. Oh boy, the defending is woeful for Rockingham. He gets past 2 there, Aaron Ophorst. Goes inside 50. And Jake Willis has the football. Chance for his 3rd. Chance to put Rockingham into the preliminary final. To make it a certainty. Willis puts them into the prelim. The Rams progress. His 3rd goal. And that will be it. Thank you to our sponsors, Alcoa, for the stream, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right Rockingham, Ray Watman, Duran Colts Football, Community Bank Halshead, Filming Footy, Archies, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI, and Dartfish. Just about 3 minutes to go here. Too good today, Rockingham. Ball bounces inside the 50 for the Rams, but the Tigers get out of there for a ball up. Both teams avoiding their lowest score of the year. Rockingham will go through to the preliminary final of the Peel Football and Netball League versus Centrals next week. A last quarter dominant performance. They were challenged earlier in the first. They bounced back and hit back really well. Pinjarra will imagine just what was. For Rockingham, they live another day. For the Tigers of Pinjarra, unfortunately their season will come to an end in 2025. Just about 2 minutes to go. Pinjarra trying to get the ball out of Rockingham's 50. But Rockingham are trying to get the goal to put them up by 30. They're up by 24 now. They kept Pinjarra scoreless in the second term, goalless in the third. And they've saved their best till last as he kicks that one straight out in the full. Rockingham, the final shot of the day, you'd think. It's Manasseh Milham. He misses. But they won't miss out. Rockingham can count down the clock. Pushing the back there. Going the way of the Rams. But the Rams have saved their best quarter to last. And Rockingham are through to the preliminary final. They'll play Centrals next week. For Pinjarra, it's season over. For the Rams, they are winners by 25 points in the end. They were too good for Pinjarra. The boys in the red, white and the black finish off with 8 goals, 11.59. To Pinjarra, 5 goals, 4.34. Thank you to our streaming sponsor, Alcoa, and our partners, Aryzta Bakeries, Tyre Right, Rockingham, Ray White Pinjarra on Colts Football, Community Bank Hall's Head, Filming Footy, Archie's, Great Southern Fuels, Delta AG, AFGRI, and Dartfish. Well, they make it another win at Anniversary Park. The Rams, after a loss by 7 points last week, this week they bounce back and they defeat Pinjarra by 25 points in the end. Rockingham just too strong, especially in that last quarter where they just got on top of the Tigers in the end. As the boys shake hands, what Pinjarra will be doing for the last time this season. Final siren here at Anniversary Park. Rockingham through to the preliminary final. Final scores 8 goals, 11.59. So Pinjarra 5 goals, 4.34. I've been your commentator, Peter Georginas, bringing you to the action today live on Filming Footy. That's all from me, wherever you're watching. Hope you have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the football on Filming Footy and across the country. That's all from me. Have a good night and goodbye.